there, welcome here. Let's see how to use Adobe Muse quickly. If you're looking for something in detail, check the Smart Index in the video description. Correct us if you notice mistakes in our English. Adobe Muse is a software used to create and publish websites. Differently than Adobe Dreamweaver, you don't have to do with the HTML code or CSS file at all. Muse is the best for people that don't know everything about websites. They don't need to create a professional complex page. The workspace itself explains you how Muse works. The creation of an active website is divided in different phases, listed above, from left to right. We will have a general overview on them. To create a new site, go to File and then to New Site. Through Initial Layout, choose the device where the site has to appear. Set then the size of the page, a safe zone using margin and a padding for the text that will appear through additional guides on the page. The page created will be a master page, so the main and the first page of your website that can be called home or index. You can manage the page right-clicking on it, for example to change its layout again or rename it. The name is indicated in black, don't care about the blue one. If you hover a page, some pluses will appear to make you add new pages. These set a complete hierarchy. Pages put at the same level have the same importance. Pages at a lower level are sub-pages of the ones on top. You can delete pages using the X in the top right corner. Click and drag to move the position of a page in the structure. This stage is called planning. You can set the basic structure of your website and the number of pages composing it in full. You can edit the structure anytime. Just click on Plan above. On top, set the size, so how much big the pages must be. We will see here just the desktop project. Nothing differs from tablets and phones. The second phase is called Design and follows the planning. The Design mode sets how a single page must appear. You can open a page double-clicking on it when in Plan mode. You can open more pages per time. These will be listed all in the last gray strip you have on top, with the name of the pages themselves. Let's see the main important features of this phase. Right next to the different steps, you have the main tools of Muse. Use the Zoom tool to zoom in and out. Click to zoom in, hold down and click to zoom out. You can zoom in a particular area, clicking and dragging on it. You can use the End tool, holding space down to move through your page in progress. Use the T icon to add some text. First of all, create the text box or text frame, where the text will be fully contained inside. Click and drag to create it, then start typing. Use the Rectangle tool instead to create a simple and general rectangle object. You can import photos as well. Simply drag them onto your workspace. Click and drag them to set its dimensions. All these objects, such as text, shapes, and image frames, can be managed in the same way. If you hold the Ctrl down, you will activate the Selection tool. You can also use the black arrow button on top. Click on an object to select it. If you hover an object, Muse will tell you which kind it is. Click and drag inside to move the object. Smart guides will show up to set the right position. Click and drag the squares to size the object. This won't work for the text and the image frame. To size the image inside its frame, double-click on it and work with the orange contours. Using them, you will move and size the image inside its frame. Approach the squares externally to rotate the object. Muse will indicate you the angle of inclination as well. You can edit these objects much more into deep. Activate the selection tool using its button. When you select an object, its properties will appear on top. For example, the stroke and filling colors, the stroke thickness, the kind of corners, the opacity level, and so on. Mind that these properties are applied on the container box. If you have a rectangle, the properties will be applied on the rectangle. If you have a picture, these will be applied on the image frame that contains it. If you have text, this will be applied on its text frame. You can apply these properties to the page as well. Make sure to have selected no objects in this case. The blue words have advanced options inside. Try them out. Keep in mind the transform section. This lets you set dimensions, positions and inclinations precisely. To edit text properly, it is better to use the text tool. Select the part of the text to edit and then use the properties above to change size, font and kind. Mind to use web-safe fonts. These are fonts that cover the majority of computers. If you don't use these, a visitor that views your page may not see the text because it doesn't have that font installed. The web-safe fonts are indicated through a word icon on the right. You can add hyperlinks to any object. Hyperlinks are used to open other pages clicking on a shape, an image or a piece of text. It is what you see on the net, underlined and in blue color. To add one, simply search for the hyperlinks section. You can type an address to add a link of an external website, or use the link that connects to another page of your website. Click on Hyperlinks in blue and tick to open the page in another browser window. Then use the crop tool to select more objects together and treat them all at once. On the right you have different windows. These are totally included in the properties bar seen above, apart from the layers window. A layer collects inside many objects that will have contours with the same color of the layer. The layers are important to decide which object must stay on another. Let's suppose to put an object on another. Using the small sheet icon below, create a new layer. This will have a different color. Right-click on an object and go to Move Layer and move the object to another layer. At this point, if you change the layer's order, you will put the object on the other. This happens because the layer that is on top has objects that are shown above the ones in lower layers. Remember that you can cut, copy and paste an object selected using Ctrl and X, Ctrl and C and Ctrl and V. Undo using Ctrl and Z. Mind that each object has a state. A state is fixed properties related to an object that are shown when the page visitor does something with the object. Normal means when the visitor does nothing. Roll over means when the pointer is placed on the object. Mouse down when the visitor clicks on the object. Active is for more complex things, when the visitor is viewing what's inside, for example in a menu bar. You can set the properties of each state. On the extreme left, next to the kind of object, you can choose the state and set the properties for each one then. When you think that a page is complete, go to Preview. You may need to turn off your firewall to see it. In this mode you can check links, layouts and how the page looks like. If everything is okay, simply go to the next step, the Publish one. To publish a page on the net, you need a server. You can use one of your own or use Adobe Business Catalyst. In this program, Adobe offers hosting servers for your website at different prices per month. If you are subscribed to Creative Cloud, you can publish up to 5 websites for free. Choose a name to your site and decide better the URL below in the Options section. The first time is used to create a new site and set its URL. Mind that the home page only will be published. In fact, it is you that have to link the other sub-pages with the main home page, using the design mode and the hyperlinks. If you have other home pages, for example the ones put at the first row in the hierarchy, you may need to create a new site and URL for each one of them. Just open them and go to Publish mode. Then choose New Site in the Publish To section. Once a website is published, you can edit it in 2 different ways. Use the Design mode to edit anything related to the website appearance. Then just publish it again to update all. If you need to make other settings outside the simple appearance, click on Manage on top. This opens the admin console of Business Catalyst, used to manage your site properly, check stats, and order related settings. At this point, your site can be seen, but is unlisted, so if you know the precise web address, you can see it. To make it public, so to make it appear in advertisements or search engines, you need to launch it. So simply click on Launch Site. You can launch up to 5 different websites if you have Creative Cloud. After launching the page, you can add a custom domain. Instead of using an address that has mysite.businesscatalyst.com, you can create your personal domain, so mysite.com. Mind that in the majority of cases, the domain must be purchased. If you want to delete the site, you can click on Site Management and click on Delete Site. Mind that you can't reopen your site once wiped off. However, you can save the site project not to lose it. In Muse, just go to File and then to Save Site As. Muse projects are saved as .muse, so that you can open it again to edit the appearance of your website and publish again. Thanks for watching this video. Check our channel to discover other professional softwares. Bye!